Hey cats, what's happening? Greetings from the dank basement. This is your wicked Uncle Squiddy. I was just told by a friend of mine that my fingernails are filthy, and I apologize for that. I tried to clean them. If they look terrible, then just chalk it up to the fact that I've been running barefoot through pipe ash, trying to keep a stupid pipe lit. And of course, since I can't see the smoke, I just stick my finger down it and see if I burn my finger. And of course, that gets your finger dirty. Anyway. Tonight we're taking a look at the Dholakia plum cake. I'm sorry if I'm not holding this up correctly, but you know, it's a snuff box. You don't need to see the snuff box. I'm telling you what the name is. It's Dholakia plum cake. You can get this at Mr. Snuff, which is where I got this. Comes in a tap box. You can also get it in larger sizes, I believe, or maybe not. This is part of their special Christmas snuffs. They've got a couple of them that they sell. And this is one of them, and it's the only one I was really interested in trying. Blueberry menthol did not sound appealing to me, nor did chocolate rose, although I did get a tap of that, and all I smell is rose. I don't smell chocolate. So that was the first one I tried, and I thought, oh, God, this is going to be another nonsense marketing gimmick, Dholakia, with their fast-talking New York marketing expert, or something that, inspired them to do stupid ass things like come out with the she line, which I think is not a smart idea. We stopped marketing tobacco specifically to women with Virginia Slims and Eve, and that was 40 years ago. So, come on, Dholakia. You don't need to produce a woman's range of snuffs. That's dumb. How many women snuff takers are there? 16 in the whole world? Anyway, I'm going to, instead of tapping it out, I'm going to pry the tap box apart because I like to pinch my stuff. I like to run barefoot through it, even with dirty fingernails, which I think I might have. In the tin, you smell a candy smell. It's not really a plum. I'm sure there's plum in the candy smell, but you're smelling essentially sort of an artificial fruit flavor sort of candy smell in the tin. It's really nice. Actually, what it reminds me of is like some kind of bubble gum. It's not the pink bubble gum smell, but it's got that kind of sugar-coated edge to it. The grind is fine. It's silky, but it is moist. This isn't a hard snuff to take. In fact, it's almost too easy. I can do just massive pinches of this. So I'm going to do one right now. Instead of using my boxcar, I'm going to use the pinch method. I think this does benefit from a little bit of warming. So let's give it a try, huh? Cheers. I tell you what, this is not a smell that I associate with plums, or at least I've never had a plum that smells quite like this. It's certainly a different smell from the Samuel Gawith's plum, which is the other plum snuff I've tried. It is really nice. It's sweet. This is sweet. It is pleasant. Nicotine is kinda. It's not a lot. It's just really a pleasant, sweet, nice snuff. As it stays in your nose, what starts out as candy turns into a much more natural plum scent, which I'm very pleased about. It has a little bit of backdrip and a little bit of burn, but the burn is not from nicotine. The tobacco is just a little acidic. This might actually benefit from a little pinch of sodium carbonate and salt to maybe bring out the nicotine. It would blacken the snuff up further, maybe even dry it out, but I think it would make the pH more towards the alkaline side. Yeah, this is very, very nice. And I would recommend that you get yourself a couple of these because you're going to want a couple of these. One for yourself and maybe one to give to a snuffing friend for Christmas. I really think this is good, and I think they should market it year-round. They shouldn't call this a Christmas snuff, even though it's plum cake. I realize it fits in with their marketing legend. But the fact of the matter is this would be a great snuff to use anytime. Their tap box is kind of unique, and I wish Pershel would do this. Instead of having a plastic flap that closes down, pop open, this one is a flexible rubber. So it's much easier to seat on the lug. It will stay open if you want to tap out of this. Fortunately, these boxes are extremely easy to pry apart with your fingernails, which means that pinching them or putting them in another container is very easy. It's one of the nicest tap boxes I've ever had. It takes the Purcell idea and really radically improves on it. Just having this rubber flap is sheer genius because it always seats on the lug. It will never flop back on the opening when you're trying to tap it out. The Snuff does tap out fairly easily, and again, I hate tap boxes. I never get the right amount of snuff out of them. But, yeah, that is very, very nice. I'm trying to think of what this reminds me of. This is a scent from my childhood, but I can't tell you exactly of what. The memory is there, but it's not fully formed, right? On the Squinty scale, where 1 is disgusting and 5 is delicious, this is a solid 5. Even if you don't like the sweetie deety, fruity duty, chocolate-rific kitty snuffs, as I call them, even if you're normally a straight tobacco guy, this is a very pleasant change of taste. And I think you'll like this one. It is a 5 out of 5. They did a beautiful job with this one. I wish that all of their snuffs were this easy to take and this flavorful and this delicious. How long does the scent persist in the nose? About 5 minutes. You can do a pinch. Now, I did a little refresher bump, but it was nothing. It was a grain of rice. But even without that, this scent would persist for a very long time, 5 minutes or so in the nose. Nicotine, again, is, there's really not a lot there. Grind is fine. It's moist. Very easy to take, even though it's a fine grind. I really like this. So maybe you'll want to get yourself some from Dholakia Plum Cake. From the dank basement, I am your wicked Uncle Squinty. I'm talking softly because Mrs. Squinty is asleep. It's like 1 in the morning here. I might be pulling another all-nighter, and I don't even mean to, but that's the way it is sometimes in the dank basement. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to send in your postcards to my contest. By the millions. Good prizes.